Hi YouTube family. I just wanted to take the time to be completely transparent and vulnerable with you guys right now because I feel the need to do so. ? Okay. Welcome to Peace Around, where we drop gems and we speak for them. I kind of just wanted to let you guys know why I left YouTube in the first place, which I briefly talked about in the reading that I gave before this video, but also why I want to come back to YouTube. So first and foremost, completely transparent here, I originally left YouTube because this was one of the first platforms that I started with, in addition to Facebook, because I thought posting content and creating things was going to be easier starting on those platforms because it was more personal, 5-5, right? I had to change my mindset around that. So now I'm back, 101 on the timer. I thought it would be easier to start on these platforms because I thought having people that already knew me or that I already knew, 111 as I was saying that, it would be easier and I would have a lot more support and it would pick up faster. And that is not what happened at all. 1, 2, 3 on the timer, all these signs and synchronicities, that is not what happened at all. Okay, what happened is I had all these people and I was surrounded by all these people who I thought supported me. I had all these people who I thought I knew, which obviously I didn't, but they also thought that they knew me, which means that they already had a preconceived notion about who I was or who I am. They already had a preconceived notion about the content and stuff that I was putting out. So it was coming from a very biased place. I did not have any support whatsoever. I don't care what anybody tells me. It was very minimal. I had like a handful of friends that would show up for me. And I know people show up for you in the ways and capacity that they could, but I'm just going to be honest. Like, these people were just straight hating, okay? Why do I say that? Because people get online all the time and they talk about how they want to heal. People get online all the time and they talk about what they're doing to heal, what they're doing to self-improve, how they're working on their wellness, 222 as I'm saying that, and all of these things that are related to each other. But then when somebody gets online and they actually put out content that is actually for the better, and I know we're not always going to 2, 3, 4 as I'm saying this, everybody's not going to resonate with everybody, and that's okay. But these are people that I would be showing support to, and it didn't seem like they were really grateful, and the energy was just not reciprocated. Excuse me, confirmation. And that just is what it is. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Y'all can't tell me how to feel. If you come on here, I've been I know the people that have been supporting me for the beginning, and it is a very slim select few, okay? I'm not gonna let you gaslight me. I did that before. I'm not doing that now. So now, right, I got most of my support from TikTok. It was a lot easier for me to go on a platform where I was not known, because then people did not have preconceived notions about who I was, what I was supposed to be doing, what it's supposed to look like, etc. TikTok was a lot more open, and you meet people from all different kinds of places and spaces, even though a lot of those, it's a lot of bots on there now, 333, but you meet a lot of people and have a lot of experiences that will align with you, that are for the better, that will help you grow, right? So I have grown my TikTok platform. Those of you that know, it has taken me blah, 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 blah. I really started doing content at the end of 2022, but I was not always consistent because I would go into spirals of depression where I just didn't feel supported. So I just didn't want to show up for people. I felt like I kept coming on these platforms and spreading love and peace and positivity and giving the actual raw truth, and people didn't like that, and people didn't support that. And it was really draining, right? Because when you have a relationship, when you're doing things that you love, you should be doing them for the sake of loving them, but it should pour back into you in some way. And as somewhere along the line, I forgot to remember to just be doing it from a place of what I love to do, and not just doing it from a place of expecting reciprocity or expecting my energy to be returned to me. 444 as I was saying that. Luckily, I was divinely protected through the entire process. Grateful, grateful, grateful always. So I had a lot of hard bumps and burns and turns and all of those things along the way. And my content journey has not been perfect by any means. It has not been consistent. My content journey literally is aligned with the way that I've been healing. You can tell where I'm at on my healing journey confirmation notification by what my content looks like. And I'm always changing, right? Because as beings, the point of being around is to evolve, it is to change, it is to consistently grow. We are multifaceted, we are multidimensional, meaning that we have multi personalities, okay? So I'm not always just going to show up with love and light. Anyways, in the spiritual community, everything's not just love and light. Spirituality is actually very dark. It's very feminine, and everybody has masculine and feminine energy. Dark doesn't mean bad, but it's very dark because it forces you to go within. And it was 555 as I was saying that. It forces you to change. It forces you to go within with the flashlight and look in all the dark corners and spaces inside 606 to restore balance within yourself and say, okay, these are the things that I don't like about myself. These are the things that I'm afraid of, but these are the things that are going to help me grow, right? And yes, as you are going within with this flashlight in these dark places, right? I don't know if you were a kid and you were ever afraid of the dark. I was one of those kids who was afraid of the dark. So it is very normal to go into these places and spaces that are unknown, unmarked territory within inside yourself, and to be completely afraid and to be like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want no parts. Okay? Healing is a lot like that. I'm not ready to deal with this right now. I'm going to put this down. I'm not even going to open this door. I'm not going to open Pandora's box, because what is going to happen if I find all of these things out? What am I going to do with this information when I find this out about myself? Especially when you're doing shadow work, especially when you're looking at the parts of you that you might not like. But it's important to be aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are, right? Because there's duality in all things. And if you have a weakness, then you know where you need to use your strength. Or if you have a weakness, then you know how you, or what it is that you need to work on, what you are able to strengthen. 111. So you have less weaknesses. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is going to be 100% strengths. Knowing your weaknesses is actually your strength. I don't care what anybody tells you. I'm not scared of anything. I don't fear anything. Okay, well, you know what? I'm scared of a few things. I don't really talk about it. But you know, we feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's strength. That takes courage. For those of you that have watched The Wizard of Oz, or if you haven't, I'm being told that's a good synchronicity. How the lion wanted to find courage, but he was like scared of doing everything. But throughout the whole movie, he just did everything scared. He was literally shaking. His knees was bumping together, shaking, but he felt the fear and he did it anyway because he wanted to be strong. And acknowledging that fear, acknowledging those hard parts is what makes you strong. Loving yourself, finding the love, finding the beauty in that despite knowing that it could be completely horrendous. That's beautiful. That is strength. And that's what people don't talk about enough. And so that has been specifically reflected on my content journey, my social media journey. I always show up in whatever capacity I can. Whatever I'm showing up talking about is because I'm actively working on it. I try not to backtrack too much into things that I was doing at the beginning, just because, like I said, we're always learning, we're always growing. It's not that I don't want to help the beginners, but every time I go back to try to help the beginners, it doesn't work out for me, because then I have to slow down for everyone else. And it's like if you're going on a run and you have to keep stopping to go back to help the last person, the slowest person. Everybody has their own pace. That's the point of it. So if I have to keep stopping to going back for this person, everybody that's in the middle is getting jacked up. I'm getting jacked up. I'm doing double the work because I already ran this race, right? I already did this research. I already did this healing. I already did all of this on my own. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to watch certain content, or do certain research and have other people assist you in your healing journey, But I'm not holding nobody's hand anymore. 333. If you're in alignment with me, then you're going to be here. I can't keep allowing people, like, we're underwater and we're drowning, and like you're dragging me down, and like if I keep trying to pull you up, I'm gonna drown too. Okay? And like I said, and it messes up all the people that are in between that are actually aligned. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to myself. I love you. I'm here. I'm showing up for you. As you can clearly see, I'm doing my part though. 404. I'm doing my part and what I love to do in a way that is authentic for me, 411, in a way that I am able to show up comfortably without feeling like I'm failing miserably. And that is just the truth of what it is, okay? And that's not to say if you ask questions, I won't answer them. Absolutely, within reasoning, if you are doing your own work. But I can see clearly, I can tell who is doing the work, I can tell who is showing up for themselves, and I personally am done showing up for those who are not showing up for themselves. I'm done showing up for those who are not doing the healing work. I see clearly what that looks like. 444, divine protection, okay? So don't come in here trying to play in my face. We don't do that, okay? That's not a game we're gonna play. I did that the last go round. I'm spiraling, I'm coming back to this point. I'm not doing it anymore. I refuse. I'm not settling for a single thing I don't like. 505, change. I've changed my mindset. I'm done. I've made my mind up, okay? So that is just a little bit about where I have been, what I have been going through, what it looks like, and how I'm going to show up moving forward. And like I said, we're multifaceted. I have many personalities, so if I come on here acting completely different the next time you see a video, I don't want to hear, oh, she's fake and she wasn't like this when she did her last video. No, I have so many personalities, it's not even funny. However I'm showing up is what you are receiving that day. If you do not align with that person, 543, you can leave, okay? How you feel about me is a reflection of you and whatever issues you have going on. 555, change your mindset. What you think, you become. What you give your attention to, it becomes you. All of the above. However you feel about me, that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm asleep peacefully at night, not knowing what you're talking about at all. Okay? If this triggers you in any way, this is probably one of your demons or skeletons or one of those things hiding in the darkness. And that's okay. And you can be mad at me. But just remember to show up again, you know, the next day for yourself. Show yourself some love, show yourself some grace, show yourself some compassion, okay? Because healing isn't linear. You're not always going to be happy. Sometimes you're going to be sad. Sometimes you're going to be angry. Angry is just passion for yourself, though. I've learned to find out. I didn't used to like to be angry because I felt like that was a bad emotion, but anger is just passion. Because usually if I'm angry, it's because I'm upset about something I really care about, and it's not happening in a way that I need it to. But that's a problem with me. But that's one of my triggers that I know, and that's what helps me grow, okay? So I love you. I hope you found this helpful. Happy healing. Happy trying something new. Happy loving and doing things for the sake of you. Do things that you love because you love to do them. Don't do things with the expectation that you will be rewarded or awarded in any way. Don't do things with the expectation that, confirmation, your energy is going to be reciprocated, because everybody's not you. They don't have the same mind. They don't have the same heart. They don't have the same passion, etc., etc. You are going to get what you put in for the reasons that you put the work in, okay? You will reap what you have sowed. All of these great things, okay? So, peace, love, and light to the pure beings. Truth and chaos for those, dark parts and those choosing not to do the healing work. We see you, clearly. You'll get on board, or you won't. It's not our problem.